So there are two basic approaches to supporting young dual language learners in our preschool programs.
So you can making those lines on your paper? What is it?
Circle.
Programs that are able to provide a more balanced approach toward dual language development typically have teachers who are bilingual and can provide instruction and interaction in both the home language and English. And the critical point here is that they provide sufficient exposure and opportunity in each language so the child can acquire English and continue to develop those early literacy skills in their home language as well.
咁呢個係咩嚟㗎？你
There are many ways for programs to achieve a balanced approach to dual language development.
Hit the ball? Let's see. Yes, I can do it for you in English. Yes.
The way we transformed into being a dual language program was we thought intentionally about what kind of classroom staffing we would need, and that the children really needed a strong model in each language. So we went to a model where we needed a Spanish-speaking teacher in each classroom and an English-speaking teacher in each classroom. So the children would have the experience of speaking both languages.
Se sintió mejor, ¿te acuerdas de la historia?
The other thing is the structure of the day, that there is an English language circle and a Spanish language circle, and both of those times when the children come together, we make sure that there, especially in the beginning of the year, that there are activities that are not language dependent, that they're really hands-on, active, and predictable, so that all children can follow and feel dialed in and not feel left out. So throughout the day, one teacher is the English teacher and one teacher is the Spanish teacher. When I've got two Spanish-speaking teachers in one classroom and they're both solid in English, they have to negotiate who is going to be the Spanish-speaking teacher and who is going to be the English-speaking teacher, and they need to stay in those languages.
Oh, estaba buscando comida.
有写着什么不同的字，对不对？所以呢，就好像拼图一样，你们可以帮我拼出来吗？我们是不是要做地？
We're a bilingual school, and in each classroom we have both Chinese teacher and English teacher interact with children on a daily basis.
What's this?
Oh, what are you doing?
I was standing there first.
You know what this is?
Oh, I didn't know.
The rainbow. Do you remember what this one? Sun. Very good.
So when we hiring our teachers, we first need to make sure the Mandarin or English is their native language. Of course, they need to be qualified preschool teacher first, and then they can use their language to express themselves, to interact with children, and to help children to learn.
来吗？
你觉得任老师会来吗？
不会，
为什么？为什么？
我不知道。
哦，如果任老师不来，我会很想他的，就好像你昨天没有来，我很想你的。你到底为什么昨天没有来呀？
因为我生病。
生病啊！
There are a lot of benefits to being bilingual, but what's really interesting is that these benefits don't show up unless you have some amount of balance between your languages.
The sun is the baby star.
Oh, this is a baby star? Okay. And what's this over here?
Picture. This is my rocket.
This is your, and what did you draw over here? So if you are proficient in one language and know just a little bit of a second language, you're not going to be showing those same cognitive advantages. The kids who show the best, the most cognitive advantages are the children who have balance between their two languages.
Today is Wednesday. Can we say it in a big sentence? Today, Wednesday. What language do we speak today, boys and girls?
English.
We do speak it.
One of the things that we use is a two-way immersion, which the teacher does an alternate day. The alternate day is Spanish one day and English one day. There are many strategies that we use to promote Spanish and English language development.
At the farm, I see cows. What do you see? Say it in a big sentence.
At the front, vacas.
I see cows. Can you say cows?
Cow.
Very good. All right. So can you guys do that also? Okay, turn around.
At the farm. I see. What do you see at the farm?
Chicken.
Chicken? Good.
Okay, buenos días. ¿Cómo están? Hoy es jueves. Hay que decirlo en una frase completa. ¿Listos? Hoy es jueves. ¿Y qué idioma vamos a hablar el día de hoy? En español. Así es que I'm the teacher who switches the language daily. Before we start the day, I always, make the salute. I salute them. And when I salute them, I start using the language of that day that we're going to be speaking. So they already kind of know if I'm speaking maybe English, they'll say, oh, okay, so it's English day. So when I ask the question, what language are we going to speak today? And they right away know we're going to be speaking in English. And so when the next day it's Spanish, I make the salutations to them in Spanish. And when they hear that, and I ask them what language are we going to be speaking today, they right away know we're going to be speaking Spanish. Sigue. A ver, David, ¿tú quieres? El animal. Ajá. Tú dilo. ¿Qué sigue?
Sigue el pollito.
¿Tú crees que sigue el pollito? Ok, muy bien. ¿Alguien más? A ver.
Un animal sigue un caballo.
Un caballo. Muy bien. Valeria.
So say it again with me.
Chica, chica.
The second approach would be a primarily English language approach with instruction and interaction primarily in English with continued home language support as well.
Las letras están subiendo.
Porque las letras están subiendo, sí.
Was one little bird.
And typically, if you have a program with a monolingual English-speaking teacher or 5 or 6 different languages in the classroom, then you are going to have a primarily English language development approach with support for home language.
Cuenta las uvas, 5 uvas. ¿Puedes contarlas?
And I think the important thing there is to understand that all teachers,
1, 2, 3, and it's frío.
regardless of their own personal language background, can support all home languages, because there are many strategies where you can incorporate and bring those languages in the classroom to support and value and continue their development.
One of the major prerequisites for teachers, all teachers, but particularly for teachers that are working with dual language learners where they don't know the language, is their disposition to learn about the culture, to learn about the child, to show that warmth and consideration, even when you don't know the language of the child and you don't know the language of the family, to go out and search for resources to help you, to find people that can help you understand the language and the culture of the child.
The primary languages of the families that we serve tend to be Spanish and Cantonese. In each of the classrooms, we have recruited and thankfully retained staff that speak Spanish and Cantonese.
In the green room, both of the teachers are monolingual. They have a little bit of Spanish, but they're monolingual. So all of the assistants in the classroom speak Spanish. So the teachers will teach it in English, and then the assistants support.
Brian, ¿quieres hacer este?
Teacher.
No.
Teacher.
¿Quieres ir a juego?
It's not all English language development. Clearly that's a goal and an important goal, but we can't do that at the expense of what this child already knows about language.
Many of our teachers speak a variety of languages, and we try really hard to place the child with a teacher who speaks their language. But if we can't get that match, then the teacher really works with that child to make sure that there's activities that are not language dependent, so that child really feels part of the classroom and feels safe to practice with English, and make sure that the parent knows that their language is really important and part of that child's learning.
For dual language learners, we have to be intentional.
Uno, dos, tres.
And very thoughtful. We also want to plan our program with purpose to be sure we're providing the supports that our young dual language learners need, especially in the areas of language and communication skills.
I see these feet.
You see those feet.
Oh, where's this feet?
And Twitter, does Twitter have feet too?
He has one leg.
That's right. He only has one leg now. You're right. Is that something different than other birds?
With Teacher Lai, with his other leg.
Have you ever had this?
Parents sit down and kind of work out with us words like greetings, shoes, jacket, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I'm sleepy. Those are important things if we're going to support children and help them feel comfortable to be able to know and say in home language.
We want the child to have strong home language so that they can continue to learn at their age-appropriate level so that their academics match.
Entonces, puso huevitos la mariposa.
And that's why we have a strong parent involvement component, because we want the parents to keep talking with the children and extending the learning.
Y a mí me gustaría que ustedes nos hablaran un poquito de
the ways in which administrators communicate with and open up the program to families sets the tone. We can see what families bring as strengths, and our staff will pick that up. Our staff look to us and how we interact with families.
Para mí la mejor experiencia fue ver a mi hijo emocionado viendo cómo hacía el libro. Pero ayer que estaba tratando de terminar el libro, él se puso conmigo y...
How we respond when I don't understand the language, when the child's family is trying to communicate something important. How I respond to that as an administrator sets the tone for how teachers and how other staff are going to respond when they don't understand the language.